Welcome to the Predator WPA World Teams Championship here in Puerto Rico, San Juan. And we have our second match of the group stages here between Team Indonesia and Team Japan. Team Indonesia will be playing with Silviana Lu, Ferry Satriadi, and Pungguan Asiholan Siombing. And Team Japan will be Yuki Hiraguchi, Hayato Hijikata, and Nayuki Oi. We start with the ladies match. We have 4 sets. If they tie 2 each, we go to the deciding shootout. It's a singles match first, then 2 men. And then they have the Scotch doubles, and then it's going to be the team's pick in a row. So, yeah, of course, Silviana Lu and Hiraguchi are going to be starting. Yesterday, one thing that was very interesting between Spain and Puerto Rico is Spain won the leg, but opted to give the break in the first match.
Wow, that's something new.
So they can take the break for the men's match in the second.
Okay, so that's part of the strategy then overall.
So there's some interesting things going on. People are trying to figure out the best way to handle this format. We're playing races to 4, winner break, WPA rules, so it is call shot and no early 10 balls, not on the break or during the rack. And this is Eric Gerlifson and myself, Tim de Reuter.
Good to be with you guys again. This should be a close match. Probably make Liu a slight favorite, but both very capable players. Both teams lost their first round match. Indonesia had a tough draw against Germany, losing 3-0. And Japan lost to Portugal 3-1. Probably considered a slight upset. I'd consider Japan one of the top 8 favorites in this tournament.
Yeah, you would favor them to at least go through in the groups.
Yeah.
That's how I would look at them for sure. 16 teams. Group stages, 4 teams each. Top 2 advance to the quarterfinals.
So each team is looking to finish their round robin with 2 wins. That'll kind of solidify their position in the final 8. Both teams on 1 loss so far, so big match here. Liu off to a decent start in this rack. Everything's available. Gonna have to do a little bit of work for the 7, but the 6 is lying in good position to get onto the 7. Nice shot there. Had to have precise pocketing. Could have caught the 9 on the way through if she hit the wrong part of the pocket. Avoided running into the 4 on the way back for position. Nice shot, good speed control. Killed the speed of the cue ball with low draw. I think she'll be taking the 6 in the long pocket here, Tim. Just move the cue ball less.
I do like that. Get a little bit more angle on the 6 maybe, but if she's smooth, draws this ball, then it's all right.
I think she'd consider playing above the 8. And it looks like a draw. Yeah.
I like to stay under the 8.
Yeah.
Just so you stay away from the 10, you know. Just once. If you hit the 10 ball just once, you know, trying to go 2 rails, then could be trouble.
Smooth opening rack here for Liu. Kind of unknown players coming in for Indonesia. See how they perform under this pressure.
Yeah, that's why you would consider Japan to be the favorite in this match, with Hijikata and Oi, very known players. Hijikata finishing last 8 in the World 8-Ball Championships, or I think also last 8
That's right. Yeah.
in the World 8-Ball Championship. So, and not just that, of course, they have been having good results on the side, but it's just recently. It's just 2 weeks ago. So they must be in good form.
Lou getting through nicely here. She's a strong player overall. Look for her to be a threat on the women's circuit for years to come.
Yeah, nice clean run out, nicely controlled.
Yeah.
So the other matches going on at this moment, we have Team Philippines. They are up against Team Puerto Rico. Team USA is playing Team Spain. That one is going to be very huge to be able to top the group, as both teams have won their first matches. And Team Germany is playing Team Portugal. Team Chinese Taipei is up against Team Peru. Definitely the underdog in that match.
Yeah, Taipei is a strong favorite overall.
Team Canada is up against Team Austria.
Yeah, it's a must-win for Canada there. They lost their first match to Taipei yesterday. Tough group.
Team Great Britain, who won yesterday in a really long marathon team match. I think they took for like 4 hours, 4.5 hours just to settle down with the nerves going on. They're up against Team New Zealand, which they should be quite comfortable winning, I feel.
Yeah, Great Britain has a strong team.
And Team South Korea is playing Team Poland. And Korea is also one of those teams that would be pretty unknown, but they just lost in a shootout to Great Britain. So it's not that their game was not there.
Yeah. There'll be a couple surprises for sure, and don't forget we're playing short races, so the on-paper favorites aren't guaranteed anything.
Yeah, also a little side note is coaching is allowed, so in case one of the female players, they don't know what to do, their team is able to get up and say, hey, why not try this?
Interesting. I didn't know about that stipulation. So they can really say anything within the 30-second shot clock.
Yeah, you just got to be fast, basically. Yeah.
But can they go up to the table with them, or do they have to sit in their seats? Do you know about
No,
how far that
or at
goes?
least in Spain, Puerto Rico, they just joined the player.
Oh, wow.
Maybe it's just one, maybe not all three, but there is some coaching also allowed. So
interesting.
Yeah, because knowing is one, but executing is two, right? You just knowing the shot doesn't mean the other player is going to be executing it great.
Even certain times it could be just for confirmation, like I like this shot, and another player acknowledges, yeah, I like that shot too.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like it just because it gives you more of a team vibe.
Definitely.
Otherwise, it's just a lot of singles matches where everybody's just doing their own thing, and then one double.
I agree. It's under the shot clock, so it's not like they're going to waste time talking about 5 options.
Yeah. Good
Nice
cue
shot
ball.
there.
Might have eliminated both long rail kicks. For sure, the bottom or the right long rail in this view. Might still, well, she could be still spinning around the 4. Call the 3 there and then soft. Hopefully get the 7 in between.
Yeah, a lot of right spin here. Gonna have to hit. You're right. At slower speed, open up the angle as much as possible. Almost went into the corner, but got away with it. Tough position on the 4. Even if she moves the 10, the 4 still won't pocket in the same pocket as the 3. So it looks like she's going to lay up behind the 7 here. Got to be careful because the 3 is going to be moving towards the 10.
Yeah, also for the viewers at home, is that the weather conditions have been changing a lot this week.
Yeah.
Especially right now, it's pouring very badly.
Yeah, we can hear it on the roof. It's coming down so hard.
So it wouldn't surprise me if somewhere halfway of this match the tables could start to play maybe a little different.
Yeah, or just overall the conditions are changing throughout the week. So feel of the table is a big factor in success this week.
I like the shot she just played. Spinning the cue ball to not scratch, and at the same time it was going to kill off the short rail.
Yeah.
I think she's got the full hook as well, so kicking over the left long rail. Well, she is going to try and bend around. It needs a full contact to make something. Oh, she's overdone it.
Good try. Might
Oh.
make the 10. No.
Well, in this case, moving the 10 like that was not going to change the rack that much, because it's all about the 4 in this matter anyways.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to get straight in on the 4. She would like to get straight in because the 5 is right near it. Looks like she's going to have to cross the angle, though. Might be stunning right up the middle here. Could try to weave a track between the 5-7. Tricky shot, taking her extension.
Yeah, I like the fact she's going forward, running in between the 7 and the 5. It's better to judge the speed going forward. Most of the people, they will draw this shot.
If she has it, that's about as good as she could have done.
I
Believe
think
she does.
Just has it, yeah. Yeah, played a good speed, good line. Now we'll have to get an angle on the 5 to come back for the 6. Low left. She really needed to get a longer follow through on that to really put that big draw on there.
Yeah, underhit that one a bit, but she's straight enough that she can draw back to the left of the 6. In decent line now. 8's available to the pocket past the 10. Just a question of how much of a pocket she has. If she gets certain angles on the 7, she might decide to play to the short side of the 8. This could be the one playing into the short side.
Striking the ball well. Looking to go 2-0 up in this first set. Taking a little bit more extra time on this. Wouldn't think this was such a troublemaker, this 8, but maybe the 10 is blocking partly the pocket. Maybe just a smidge.
Able to hit it, but it's going to make the 9 a lot tougher.
Yeah. And now that 10 is blocking the 9. Yeah, great view. The 9 is not going, and to cut it in the left corner, the cue ball is going wild.
Yeah, I feel like she's going to take the combo on here, I think. There could be a...
I think it's the only shot, really.
Oh, she's down to the end of her shot clock. Got to shoot quick here.
Also with draw. I was going to say, you will never see that shot being missed too thin.
Yeah.
Because she just basically missed the shot thick to draw the cue ball away from the 10.
Right. Your brain is telling you to hit it thicker. Yeah.
That's why sometimes I tell myself, hey, if I miss this shot, I'd just rather miss it on the long rail than on the short rail in this case, just to force myself
or
to cue it better.
Yeah,
actually.
some kind of saying like make sure you make the ball first. Like, you know, if it doesn't matter what cue ball position you play if you don't make the ball. Left her tough here. Again, in a spot where I feel like she has to play offense.
Yeah, she can bank this. I like banking at this. It's kind of straight. Depending on the speed you play, but if she's going to go for the corner, she doesn't have the full pocket, but with the right speed it might still slide in.
Good shot.
Yeah, good speed. Both Japanese gentlemen clapping. They knew that was risky.
Yeah, we're going to get to see Hijikata play in this match. He's actually a very underrated player. Been a top player for 15 years, kind of in and out of playing full time. But looks like he's making a charge at playing on the world scene a little more.
Well, also most of the players, they, especially from Asia, they stop traveling, especially with COVID. Of course, there's always going to be players struggling money-wise, but most of them, they just didn't fancy traveling at that point. So it's good to finally have them back.
And of course, they play the tournaments in their region of the world, but the tournaments are getting big enough around the world now that you're seeing them come out more. Hiraguchi almost beat Cesca Centeno in Austria in the group stages, so definitely a capable player as well.
Well, also the fact that the first prize for this World Team Championship is $120,000. I mean, that would make me want to travel also.
I agree. All teams guaranteed money. Any teams that advance to the quarterfinal stage are on good money. Big prize fund here.
Yeah, you get to the groups. It's already 12,000, so basically everybody's breaking even if they get through the group.
Yeah.
And with a shot for more, obviously.
Exactly, yeah. Gonna be pushing here. A lot of places she can push safe. Probably just push for distance, see what Hiraguchi can come up with.
Yeah, everywhere in this corner she was gonna leave the cut. Now she has left it more closer to the short rail. Now I don't like the cut no more.
Yeah, the cue ball is really hard to control here, and the areas she needs to end up on the two are pretty small.
Oh,
Passed it back pretty quick.
Yeah, it's tough also spinning the cue ball. And
not too many safes though. Might just have to gamble with the position a little bit.
she able to cut it and run into, for example, the 3.
Or the 6 could work as well, yeah.
Or the 6, yeah. Yeah, it would be unfortunate to find a gap between the 3-6 and then not get to see the 2.
Good shot.
And just at the point where I called it,
Yeah.
I feel it's just not going to get on the 2.
Yeah, unlucky. Nice shot there.
Yeah, nudge basically any ball. If she hits the 6, 3, or the 8, she can at least see the 2. So jump cues out.
Has a decent wall of balls with the 9, 10, 4, 8. Odd part about that is if she makes the 2, she won't get a shot on the 3. But I think favoring the cue ball to that area is a good play. Good try. See if she leaves it here. 3 is going to get in the way. Common kick safe coming up here, hitting half the bottom side of the 2. Cue ball is going to be playing back towards that 4, 8, 9, 10 stack. Call the 2 in the side just in case it pockets, but she won't be playing to make it. Did play to make it. It was close enough to the rail that you could consider going for it there. A little on the aggressive side.
Yeah, I did like kicking at the bottom side of the two and creating the distance a little bit more.
Yeah, it's just a lot. There was a lot of balls once the cue ball started moving that way.
And also, if you look at how the two ball ended up, it's not like she sold out, so it's not gonna hurt her as much.
Shot there from Lou. Calling the 4. This is very aggressive.
I would be thinking about shooting the 2 into the 8 and then bringing the cue ball 1 rail back up behind the 10. Different ways you can shoot the 2 into the 8 and still get lucky as well. Oh, wow, look at this.
Is the 2 going to hang up for her? Not enough to pocket it straight in, but the bank is lying okay. You can see a little pep in her step after making that ball.
What a combo that was.
Yeah, and like controlled the 2 well enough where the thing about the combos, I was worried the 2 was going to end up too much on the long rail, but she's got a shot at it here. Nice shot.
And perfect on the 3.
I was thinking about that coaching aspect a little bit. The shot clock is so short that if you start thinking about 2 or 3 options, or you know, a coach starts coming in and giving another thought, you can get in trouble with the shot clock. That's the thing. Because maybe if she was coached on that shot by Oi or Hijikata, they might have advised against playing that combo. But then you have to commit to the next shot really quick. So I think it's kind of preference of the player is going to win out a lot in those situations.
Yeah, it's probably more interesting for teams where the female player might not be that experienced yet.
Sure.
Just to make sure they keep making the simple choices sometimes instead of just keep going aggressive.
Right.
I'm sure a player like Yasmin Ushan is not gonna ask for help all the time. Like, that's just not gonna happen.
Yeah. I think it becomes a lot easier when you're playing the doubles too. It's like the other players there, they're kind of walking around the table with you. You can just say something quickly, but you know, in the other case, the other player would kind of just have to follow you around playing singles. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, or just maybe sometimes you don't really see the right shot.
Yeah.
That was a good shot. She really had to cheat the pocket on that to not run into the 8. I was thinking about floating it in and shoot the 8 in the top right corner, but this way she would have a way better angle from the 8 to the 9.
It's a very strong run out here.
If you imagine from where she ran this out, starting with that 2-4 combo, bank on the 2.
It's high level play for sure. So here Gucci going to be up 2-1. Good signs for Japan so far.
Yeah, I did not expect that, to be honest. Before we seen the combo, we were like, well, I'm not sure how someone's going to run out from there. And then she really made it happen.
Just a reminder that we're playing 4 sets. If one team gets to 3 sets, they'll avoid the shootout. If they tie after the 4 sets, they'll be going to a shootout. I've had a couple shootouts already in the team matches. U.S. beat the Philippines last night, coming in as a slight underdog in that match, but played well and were able to advance through the shootout.
Pretty good match so far, first set. Both ladies not missing open balls or running out of position all the time. Like, it has been solid play from both.
Yeah, both players are near the top of the women's game. Good assets for their teams. Good square hit there. Almost got the 4-railer, almost got the 1, but coming up dry, leaving an open look for Lou.
Difficult layout, getting from the 2 to the 3 and then from the 3 to the 4.
Yeah, that's going to be the tough part of the rack. 3 does pass the 10. Should be looking to play it in the bottom right. If she gets the angle on the 3, it kind of plays into the 4. They're all small angles. It won't be easy, but...
It's only if you run maybe a little bit too far, then you'll have to cut more, cue ball running. Like, there's some hiccups.
Yeah. Drawing angle might be going a little bit to the right here, so she might choose to follow through it. Easy to underhit this if she does follow it. If she can play enough, if she can cheat this ball thick, I think she'll consider drawing it. Gonna go with the follow. Ooh, don't see that very often. Fluked in the pocket she called.
Well, might also be the worst thing that could happen on that shot, because she's not on the 3. She's gonna have to open up the 3, and she's gonna send the cue ball to a very open part of the table.
Yeah, if you can get at the left side of the 3 thin enough and run the cue ball into the 9, that'd be a good play, but it's a very thin hit.
Maybe cut the 3 off the 10 to the short rail, to the left long rail, and then check the cue ball with a lot of spin.
Yeah, that'll help a bit too. If she doesn't actually get behind the 8, the 3 will be going in a safe area. Oh, got around the 9? Jeez, that's a tough roll.
And also she's left the angle on the 3 to go to the center of the table.
Yeah, she's lighthearted about it. She's laughing, but she knows she got a bad roll there.
And if she gets to the center of the table on the 4, then she should be all right. Depending how she wants to be on the 5 also.
Yeah.
The 6 comes into play depending on the angle on the 4.
She'd like to get the cue ball back where she is now, but the traffic is a lot tougher taking that route, so I think she might take the thinner shot like you were saying. I think Oi wants to go up and coach her on this one.
Well, I would understand why.
Yeah. it's
a lot of things that could go wrong.
In between decision. Went for the thinner shot. It'll play okay back over to the same side of the table that she's on now. Just got to avoid the 6. Try to get as straight on the 5 as you can.
I think she can just miss the 6 and beat the scratch, but it's a small window.
Nice shot.
Played out well. Very nicely done.
Couldn't hit that much better. In decent line now.
Yeah, it could have been 2-0 Indonesia in this first set. Slowly I'm starting to think it's going to be 3-1 Japan.
Yeah, here Gucci's played well. She's earned everything. She's earned everything here. Lou hasn't really made any mistakes. Got the bad roll, not hitting the 9 off the last shot. Ideally, if she can get straight enough where she can draw straight back and not move the 9, that's what she'll be going for. Looks like she underhit it. Gonna have to move the 9 now. Gonna be looking to hit it thinly and keep it in as close to the same spot that it is in now. Reaching so far that she was down to the joint on her bridge on that one. Makes it tough to draw the ball. She did underdraw it.
Well, and also if you're at the end of the queue, you're not really gonna
follow through.
follow through straight. You usually let up.
Yeah.
So she was probably low enough in the cue ball. She just her tip moved up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's played the bank, didn't go.
Two-way, but left it. It's close. I feel like she can pocket it. Getting right down on the angle.
Played it in a good way though, speed-wise.
Oh
she
yeah.
didn't make the 9. And it was always going to be a tough, long shot for Lou.
Yeah, she was definitely playing two ways there. Almost got it. Big shot for Liu in this first set. Nice hit.
Oh, and Liu kind of did Japan a favor when she was up 1-0. Now it's Hiraguchi returning the favor if Liu makes his 10. Oh.
Down to the end of her shot clock. Beep got kind of in her backstroke there. Left it safe though. I think you got to go at this. I mean, the only shot is possibly cross the 10 up the middle. She's lighthearted. Not putting too much pressure on herself.
Well, there's a cut.
Yeah,
as
she
well.
can cut it in.
I don't mind going for this cut, but not at this speed.
That's
Or she was playing safe.
That's a bit of a negative save for me there, to play at a high level. It's the safest shot, but it's so easy to return off that safe. And there's times if you hit it bad, you're going to leave shots like this as well.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of this shot either.
Big game there. Lou leveling the score at 2 each.
Back and forth.
I wonder what the strategy is there, though. Does the player come up and just give a quick opinion on what to shoot? Like, you know, if Oi came up and she said, I'm going to shoot this shot, I think he would immediately say, don't shoot that shot, right?
Well, the only thing I'm wondering is, you know, some players, they don't really read player guides or anything, so they might not even know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's. I think it depends.
Mm-hmm.
Or they just spoke beforehand, like, hey, everybody's just gonna do their own thing.
Right.
Just keep each other relaxed, and we'll see.
I think that's the best plan in the long run, but just little shots here and there where maybe advice could come in.
Yeah, she could have taken the extension on the 10.
Right.
Take a little bit more time and just ask, hey, what would you shoot? Or what do you think is appropriate here?
Yeah.
Because there was, like you said, there was a couple different shots, but it was either going to cut the 10, bank the 10, or bank the 10 safe.
Yeah, I just don't think Oi would have ever advised that. And in the end, if she wanted to shoot that shot, then of course that's the shot she's got to shoot. But, you know, saying something else might have changed the outcome there.
Yeah, then again, she had 2 opportunities to get 3-1 up.
Sure, yeah.
So, which is huge in a race of 4. Nine in the corner. A lot of spin on the cue ball. No shot on the 1.
3's glued, pretty much frozen to the 10 as well. Doesn't really pocket it in any pockets, so I'm gonna have to develop that throughout the rack. Kick safes are too tough here. Jump is totally out of the equation, so I'm gonna push down to the short rail.
Looks like she might have left the 1 ball on.
Yeah, she can definitely hit the center of the 1. She'll have to hit the left side of it to cut it a little bit.
On the other side, does it have a lot of value to make the 1 in this case and get on the 2?
It goes, but you're right. You know, what are you gonna do from the 2 to the 3, even if you get on the 2? Finally asked for some advice.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised she hadn't done this earlier.
Yeah.
And it looked like Mayuki said, "Oh yeah, shoot." Right? I don't feel shooting at this.
Nice hit. Good pure stroke there. So I'll tell you what, I was watching a match with Yap and Chang, and this situation has come up a few times where a ball's frozen to the 10, kind of above it. It doesn't look like it's quite available. Actually, he could play it. What he chose to do, he chose to not break it out. He chose to get on a banking angle, like say banking the 3 past the 5 and playing a 2-way on top of the 10. I didn't see that at all, but that's what he planned throughout the whole rack.
Yep.
Yeah. He ended up getting a little bit off angle where he wasn't able to actually go at the bank, but he still played the cue ball behind the 10, won the rack because of the shot. It's a tough one to see. Unlucky to hit the 8 there. Trying to use the 310 as a blocker.
There is some angle to go topspin into the 310. It's just that usually, because you're trying to force the cue ball over more to the left, means you're going to cut the ball a little bit more.
Risk of stunning the cue ball too if you don't hit it high enough. She probably will stay high on it because she's on the rail.
Many good things can happen. Catch the 10 first or the 3.
Good try. Carom's on. It's tempting.
Yeah, I just feel with the WPA rules, it doesn't give that much value to go attack on the 10. Because it respots, right? So in the Pro Billiard series, it doesn't respot.
Right,
and
sorry.
it gets you the win. So that means that in this case, for example, to play the carom, it's very risky. And if you don't make the carom, the 3 is going to be hanging over the pocket almost.
Yeah, so just a point of note there. We're playing under WPA world rules here, so early 10s don't count.
I like this choice.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't really go for the carom there if it's not a win.
I just feel with the Pro Billiard Series rules, there's more creativity and there is also more, waging of the percentage. Going, okay, do I really go to shoot this combo or this carom, or is it better to duck? Here you instantly already choose, like, let's play safe. You already know the answer. Really close. That 3.
Yeah, 3's going to sit up for Lou. 10 ball's kind of in the way of the natural position for the 4, but she can find a way to maneuver the cue ball.
I think she can go 2 rails around the 4 for the 4 in the bottom right corner. Oh, she stunned the ball around the 5.
Good play as well.
And I think she just got okay to draw with some left spin into the top long rail in this view and get in between the 5 and the 10. 8 and the 10, I'm sorry.
Could just cinch it over a little bit as well. Yeah.
The only thing is, no, she got straight enough. I was going to say if she leaves a little bit too much cut on the 5, then the inside could be not so comfortable.
Yeah, she's still going to need some left here, but enough that it's...
Doesn't have to
Should be
load the
good.
cubel up either.
Right.
Just some left.
Good shot. Cue ball's going to be playing along the rail here for the next couple shots, but should be okay. 8's close to the pocket.
Well, also if you draw this, you're always going to get off the rail just a bit.
Hit it well. Got,
Just soft draw.
yeah, got a lot off the rail. Got the most out of that angle she could. Actually, just a little too much.
Yeah, too much, yeah.
Good shot. Pocket speed. Made the pocket bigger. Hiraguchi looked very strong in the first 3 racks. Just kind of a half mistake at the end of the 4th rack. Leveled things up, and Lou taking the lead now. Going to be on the hill. Oh, she's underhit it.
Well, that's also a thing. I see this happen many times, and I always wonder myself, would you not tell yourself before, hey, I'd rather be way too high
Yeah.
than too short like this and having that annoying cut to the side?
It's almost like a half mental lapse in certain spots where you're like, don't leave yourself short, and all of a sudden you do type
Yeah,
thing, you know?
But
Good
it's
shot,
there,
good
yeah.
recovery. This match is big, or this set is big overall for Indonesia because you would consider them underdogs in the other 2 singles matches. Bit of concern there on Hiraguchi's face, but she'll be ready to get back at it.
Yeah, never seen Naoki Oi that serious before. He usually is a quite happy, energetic man, but can be a killer around the table too. Obviously, during his matches, he's a little less.
Probably feeling that he just wants his teammates to stay within themselves. Feels like he might distract them if he's kind of his normal self. But I'm sure when he gets on the table, we'll see some action. How does the pairing for the doubles work? You can pick either whoever plays the men's singles in the second round can't play the doubles, I'm assuming.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you know that 2 players suit each other very well, that means that the other male player has to play the singles almost.
Right.
That's why there's a couple really good teams to where, like for example Spain,
Mm-hmm.
both David and Francisco can play together with Mighty, Ropero.
Yep.
Like there's a couple good pairings and they swapped it. Like the team's pick in the end was David. While many players or people would probably guess it was going to be Francisco.
Yeah. I think my strategy there is I'd put the stronger male player up in the singles.
Yeah, the first singles.
The first
and then,
singles, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same like, for example, Austria. I'm quite sure that both Albin and Mario are able to play with Jasmine.
Right.
So for them to switch the whole thing around, it's not going to be a big thing. Even though for other teams, they have different styles. Some players, they won't be able to connect that well playing Scotch doubles.
Well, I guess Albin and Jasmine would just be honest with each other. Maybe they do play well together. Maybe they don't because they're siblings. It can work both ways there, right?
Yeah, also because they're family.
Yeah.
It's different chemistry for sure, but
You would think they would. I would lean towards them thinking that they would play good together. They trust each other.
Yeah, I don't think they're both former world champions, so.
Tried to open up the 2 there. Actually got some advice on how to hit that ball. Looked like she took the advice. Nice try.
Yeah, I feel she has to play the safer behind the 10. She could go aggressive. I think she was looking at playing the bank. It's a small pocket. I don't think she has got the full pocket on the side.
Trying to play the cue ball behind the 7, ended up running into it, but looks like the 4 got her.
Aloysius Yap. For sure rooting for Team Indonesia.
Yeah, loose partner. Singapore doesn't have a team in the team event this year. Strong program overall, though. Look for them to have one going forward.
Pretty decent hit, to be honest. It's just so unfortunate that that 2 ball went around the 6, in between the rail and the 6. Like, if you look at the gap there, that's extremely tough to do. Cue ball was nicely controlled, but doesn't count. She sold out.
Yeah, Hiraguchi's going to be in good position here. But a cue ball movement from 4 to 5.
I think the 4 ball still goes, so I guess she's going to go to the short rail.
Rail came off a little fast there. Good position, though.
Yeah, not too much angle, but enough angle to play a good line. Depending on how much spin she plays.
Yeah, typically you'd want to go at this ball 2 rails, but the 5's kind of high up near the spot, so she might choose to go at it 1 rail. It's okay to finish below it, though.
Played it 2 rails to guarantee herself getting to the bottom side of the 5 instead of staying high. And I think she's got a small angle to stunt to the top side of the 6. If she hasn't, then just float it in and shoot the 6 in the top right.
I like the flow. Punched it to get a little closer to it. Aggressive choice there. Confident choice, really.
Yeah, now the same. Like, the cue ball is gonna run behind the 9 here. So if she plays it really soft, she can hold in the center of the table, or she has to go follow. But then I feel the scratch is also close. Oh,
Just snuck that one in there.
nicely done.
Holding together, big pressure. Looking to force a hill in the first set here. Wants to get an angle going up table, doesn't quite have it, but she can play to the side rail with some left spin.
Yeah, just come out maybe 1 diamond, stay away from the rail, but you also don't want to end up with too much angle. Don't want to miss the 10 ball like happened earlier.
Little distance here, but the cue ball is playing naturally towards the 10.
2 balls to get to our first hill set.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, I really feel like Indonesia needs this first set. Shot.
Heavy breathing there.
I saw that. Kind of took a bit of a breath even when she was straight in. She's playing well, though. I mean, just got a little bit out of line on the 9. She's handling the pressure well.
Well, she also feels that winning this first set is going to put Japan in a really good position.
She knows what it means for the overall outcome of the match. just as an overall gameplay theory, if you win the first set, you only have to win one of the next 3 to go to the shootout. It's kind of, it's strong. It's a strong move mentally.
Yeah, only maybe 3 balls missed in this first set. Pretty
Strong
high
play.
standard.
Yeah, strong play from both players. About equal table time. Who's been at the table 57% of the time? Yurguchi's been at the table 43% of the time.
Well, and they're gonna be feeling warmed up to play their Scotch doubles after.
Look at this. A
Or
little
after the ends.
stack of 3 got frozen in the rack here.
Just look at how much spin is on the cue ball. That really took away basically
Energy
all
transfer.
the energy in there.
Yeah. 3's not really in a good spot to break it out either. Be a lot of moving in the first part of this rack. You could get really aggressive and try to play the one on the side and go 2 rails towards the 410 stack. Kind of tough to judge the draw on that one. Looks like she might be going at it. She did. End up getting around it. Drawing angle actually plays back into it now. Might be a little too straight where it's tracking to the right of it.
Well, it's also not really going to give her much on the 3.
Sure.
I feel.
I think she's considering playing the 3-5 combo, leaving the 3 in an area where she can break out the 4. It's just risky overall.
I just feel if she makes a 2 and draws close to the 3 and then play a decent save, that's what I probably would be looking at.
Okay.
For example, now banking the 3 ball over 2 rails to the left long rail and bring the cue ball 1 rail next to the 4-8, for example.
Like a 1 pocket type shot, yeah.
Yeah. I just don't feel there's much to attack with.
No.
And it just gets more difficult and more difficult. Like, got the 3 perfectly into the 5. You have to get an angle if you get straight. Now, what are you going to do there? You're going to play safe from there? No, you probably don't. So then you make the ball, and then in the end, you're opening up the 4.
Okay, that's going to develop things a little bit. 4 goes. Hard to tell if the 3 does. I would say no.
No, I don't think it does. But there's, of course, a big safety with the 7-9. Bring the cue ball to the top.
Asking for some advice here. Just making sure they like. Yeah, see, they got to move quick. This is the tricky part. We'll see what
That's the
happens
thing.
here.
You know, if you just have a decent conversation, you know, it's only 30 seconds. You know, it goes really fast.
Yeah, they're taking an extension, so they're okay here.
That is the better news. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the extension could come in handy later in the rack as well.
I think if it's actually an intricate shot like there, you just call the extension right away, and you don't even. It just kind of makes you more calm. You know you have time to decide on the shot, consider a few options.
She's got 10 seconds left, so.
Not going to line up.
Yeah, caught it way too thick.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like she was playing not playing the 3 all the way over to the rail, just hit it too thick.
Now, she is straight on the 3. 4 doesn't go in the side. Does go in the top right corner, but I don't know if you can get off the rail enough.
Great Great shot. A lot tough. That shot was a lot tougher than it looked.
Well, she's gonna need one more, and it looks like she might be pushing the 10 into the 8, and the 8 might come out just a little bit. So if she hits it really smooth and soft, she's probably not gonna catch as much from the 10. If she pokes at it, it's gonna push a little bit more. Oh, she played safe.
Didn't like it. Just was just too worried of one of the 8 or the 10 getting in between the cue ball and the 4. Hiraguchi's going to try to stick the cue ball here. Call the 4 just in case. Get coverage with the 6, ideally. Always kind of up and looking now. Good shot. Going to create distance. See how it ends up. Not as good as it could have. Lou's going to have a first chance here.
The only thing I like the way how she kicked at it. Just the speed. I think I would be sending the 4 to the left long rail.
Yeah, a little more coverage over there.
Yeah. You know, you have the 8, 10, and the 7 on that. That could be interfering. So, great chance for Silviana Liu.
Nice hit. Cue ball is going to be good as well. Big last 6 balls here in this match. Did well there. Had to get a pretty small angle, not getting behind the 8-10. Cue ball is going to be moving nicely over to the left here. Perfect position on the 7. Strong set from both players. Very few mistakes.
Yeah, most of it was, I feel, was just defense.
Yeah, just getting the first chance.
They didn't really control both balls good enough. Like, leaked out a little bit here and there.
Yeah. Nice view there. Chin right down on the cue.
Got too short. We'll have to travel from the 9 to the 10. Could be ending up very difficult.
Yeah, the thing about this shot is that she might have to draw it. Good speed control there.
Yeah, she got almost perfect.
Great shot.
Yeah, so Silviana Liu, she gonna get the first point on the board for Team Indonesia. Yeah, it's there.
Nice match.
So first point goes to Team Indonesia here. Japan in a little bit of trouble. Of course, I feel both male players are the favorite in their matches, but that means the Scotch doubles could also be tricky.
It's tough losing the first set. And they lost their first match as well, so a bit of a sense of urgency for Japan.
So I have a feeling it's gonna be Hijikata. I see 2 male players from Team Indonesia holding their cue, so yeah, so it's going to be Ferry Sefriadi.
Just looking around at some of the other matches, Chinese Taipei has won the first set against Peru. Austria's won the first set against Canada. All the rest of the matches are still in their first set.
So because Japan started breaking in the first set, they're alternating the first break every set. And it is Ferry Sefriadi breaking from the side rail here. Never seen this gentleman play, so curious to see how he plays.
Yeah, I haven't either. Name sounds a little familiar. Seen his name in draws before, but never seen him play live or on stream.
Made a ball on the break. Nice impact, just lost the cue ball a little bit.
Combo's too tough here. Safes are also pretty tough.
Could be banking the one ball just straight down next to the 10 at the short rail.
I like that. Tough to get coverage, but
yeah, just at least get the object ball safe.
yeah.
I don't feel overcutting the one is gonna give many good results.
Cue ball could get behind the 3 on that shot, but
Or really soft. Thin the one to the top short rail and bring the cue ball 1 rail behind the 7.
almost got behind the 7 there. Good try.
Well, the good thing about this shot is even though he didn't even get the hook, it was always gonna be a difficult shot.
So Japan bringing Hijikata out first here.
That means Hiraguchi and Naoki Oi will be playing the doubles.
Right.
Same for Indonesia. Will be Pungwan, Sihombing, and Liu together. One has a very long name and the other doesn't. It's gonna make it easier for us.
Probably be going at this ball 2 rails, trying to create distance, get in behind it. 1 was always going to hit the 2, but did create good distance. Got the cue ball behind the 10. Nice shot. Two kind of end up tying up with the 9. Hijikata's going to go for the 4 here.
Close. Good cue ball.
Yep, got distance. Couldn't play the cue ball back towards the 2 here. If it doesn't get right behind the 2, it could likely get behind the 3-5. Don't think the coverage is much going this way.
Yeah, again, a shot like this where they're gonna try and get long rail. I just feel there is not so much value in it. Even if you get the save, it's most likely to be easy to hit.
Yeah, the interesting thing about that one is it's a little tough to kick safe out of, but you're always going to hit the ball. So I kind of like creating more distance, trying to get your opponent in a spot where you have a chance to get ball in hand. Ten's going to end up over the pocket here. Not quite in a spot where it's easy to play it in, but again, remembering that the 10 is not an early win here.
Yeah, we'll have to draw and play the 2-9 combo, I feel. And shooting that combo from the rail is not my favorite spot to be in.
Yeah, we're going to get a good look at Sefriati's open play here. Develop this nicely. Play the 2 in the corner now. Going to stay on the right side of the table to be able to access the 3. Good shot. Well, I can tell within the first 3 shots that he's a capable player. Kind of a snooker-ish type style. A little more square to the ball. I know snooker is one of the games they do play in Indonesia. I'm not sure if they play 3 cushion over there. A little bit, maybe.
I think it's more snooker.
Okay.
I feel it's more snooker. It doesn't have a very snooker step in, like addressing the shot, but then when he's on the cue, he looks pretty straightened up. So I'm kind of guessing he...
Bit of influence from that.
Yeah. Or maybe because he watches it a lot of times. You know, it's also possible. Has a really small backswing too, and then accelerates, which is also in snooker. In pool, everything is a little bit faster in general.
Doing well here, though. Showing that he'll be a force in this set. Like I said, the urgency could set in for Japan here, too. They lost their first round.
Yeah, and the more that Ferry is going to get a couple of games on the board, the more Japan is going to get worried, concerned about what might be happening soon.
Yep. Half the players have advanced to the redraw in the men's and women's singles. Going to be mostly team play for the rest of the day today.
I believe we have this round of teams. And we have the last 32 men and the last 16 men.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
8 p.m. and 10 p.m.
Okay.
I think the groups are just going to play like a match a day.
One match a day.
Around 1 or 2 matches a day, and then when they get to the single elimination, it's only 1 day or something, 1 or 2.
Okay, pardon me.
Yeah, we got 3 tournaments running here, and the schedule gets
Yeah.
very interesting for us as well.
Tough to follow sometimes.
Again, I do really like the impact, the way he's striking the break. It's just that not always as head on.
Yeah, cut that one a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last 32 for the men are going to play at 8 p.m. Atlantic time. Good shot there from Hijikata, getting coverage. Be looking at kicking at this ball 2 rails. Trying to get separation. Thinking about coming underneath it. Yeah.
I was going to say, if you kick 2 rails, the 8 is playing a big role in it. I think I might try going over the left side and get underneath of the 1, if I would be wanting to go 2 rails. He's looking wide. Is he just trying to nick the 1?
Good shot. Kind of got halfway in between hitting it on the top side and hitting it full. .210 plays in. He will keep shooting if he chooses the combo as the second shot, but it won't be a win. Because of that, he's played the 2 over to the side.
Oh, he's lost the cue ball.
Yeah. If it goes in the corner, it'll save him. Tougher shot than playing it in the side. Pretty big shot here early in the set. Must not have had enough room past the 9. Went for the side. Another open chance for Ferry.
Yeah, he needs to capitalize for sure on these early moments, because I feel Hijikata is a little bit lost at the moment.
A couple interesting strategies about what the team's doing. Oi is sitting with Hijikata even while he's playing the singles. The 2 Indonesian players are just letting Ferry out there on his own. What would you prefer? I wouldn't mind my team sitting with me. Doesn't really matter, but
You wouldn't like, or
I wouldn't mind it. I'd kind of.
I would love to have my team be with me.
Yeah,
Because
I would
usually
prefer
I
it.
also like to talk and like
Sure.
it relaxes me more, to have them around.
I agree. Could be spots where you're not talking at all, but if you want to say something, at least someone's there. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, this really depends.
It's possible they discussed it, and he just said, "I want to be out there on my own as well."
Well, it's also the same thing. Like, for example, some players, they really feel they need to warm up. They need to stay warm. And I also know players that say, I'd rather just not practice at all.
Yeah.
And just get right at the table and go.
Yeah.
So depending on that, it also changes. Like, for example, Oi, he's probably thinking by himself, I'm top 10 in the world. I don't really need to warm up. Like, I feel good.
Mm-hmm.
No, let's go. Well, for Gushi, she just lost. She's maybe like, oh, I didn't feel too great. Let's go hit a couple balls on one of the outside tables.
Sure, it's a factor as well.
And that's one of the things what I like a lot about the World Team Championship is about so many things on the side. It's not just who is the best player or who has the best players. There's other things on the side that can change the outcome.
Yeah, it's truly a team event now, not just doubles. Now you're talking about 3 players, right? So it's a spot that most players aren't used to, and just kind of working together as a team and managing those little things. It's not going to win you the tournament. Good play is going to win you the tournament, but you're trying to put yourself in a spot where you're comfortable to play well, right?
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, Sefriadi is looking to be on his way to get the early 2-0 lead.
Yeah, he's played well so far.
Well, he just ended up on the long rail, so...
Yeah, it's like a half miscue there, actually, so just underdrew it.
How is he handling the pressure? Obviously, he knows This is an important 10 ball. 2-0 or 1 each.
Yep.
It's a big swing.
You called it. I mean, that's the pressure getting him there.
Feel there was quite some body movement also, and a little bit jabby. It looked like nerves to me. Yeah, Hijikata levels the score after a pretty big gift from Sefriadi.
Yeah, I've always liked Hijikata's style. He was a good player from a young age. I want to say he won the World Junior Championships.
Yeah, I never really got to watch him a lot, just because the mix of him not traveling and me being a lot younger when he was in his prime, I would say.
Yeah.
So it just kind of passed two sides, but got to watch him at the World 8 Ball. I really like to watch him.
I guess kind of asserting himself as Japan's #2 player now if he was picked for this tournament. You've had Kobayashi playing a lot for Japan in the past.
Oh, you had Akagariyama,
Yeah.
former World 9 Ball champion. They really did produce champions in the past and still do.
Okamura was the original, yeah. Takahashi. Going from the middle here. Look at that pop.
Big break.
7 goes. 6 could have gone. Nice break.
Just that 8 ball spoiling the party for the 3. Feel he deserved a little bit more on this break. Hit him good.
It's going to be a little tough to get over to the 3 and break it out. Shooting quick, he has to with the shot clock, but
Is he going to play this inside?
I feel like it's a
If it
lot of
just-
spin.
I was going to say.
Just had to slow roll it there. Ferry could play the cue ball behind the 3. Could get aggressive and play the long bank.
Yeah, I like the safety behind the 3 just because there's no balls really nearby the 3-8 to open it up. Well, it has leaked out, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Now again, 2 options. Aggressive, carry him on the 6. But like I just mentioned, I just see many reasons why to go attacking mode here, offensive mode.
If he does play the carom on the 6, the 1 will be playing back towards the 3-8. Call the 2, just going to play distance. Yeah, the only reason he made that decision is because the 3's tied up. Left half a pocket, but too tough to try from this distance. If he tries to get the cue ball behind the 2, he could get in trouble because the 1's going to run into the 4. Could hit it thinly and try to use the 5-4. Might not be able to get at it thin enough, though. Very aggressive, playing into a half pocket from that distance, but safes were tough as well.
Yeah, also I think he was trying to open up the 3-8 at the same time.
Yeah,
so the
real.
good news for him is that didn't happen.
Right. The 2's actually in a spot, though, where he could travel towards it. There's a creative play where you play a combo into the 8-3, but I think that's pretty tough. Needs an angle going to the left here. I think he has it.
Looked a little bit short to me.
Cheat
If he can get over, he has to really force the cue ball out.
Yeah, not as natural as he would have wanted.
I think I would have liked maybe too much angle on the 2 than short like this. Is there a bank on the 3 maybe? Too much topspin.
Yeah, didn't quite stun it enough. Wasn't natural. Had to create an angle. Just missed it.
You could also see the bend on the cue ball. That was the sign of a lot of topspin. Force follow.
Overfall through the angle.
So now I do like kicking into the 3 and pushing the 8 away and then leaving the cue ball together with the 3. I think he's left the 3.
Yeah, he might have left an edge. Cue ball's going to be traveling a lot, but if he can run directly into the 8, he can stop the cue ball where the 8 is.
Yeah, you would think at first glimpse that he got the save, but
Good shot.
yeah.
So Indonesia, a favorite to go up 2-1 in this set. Already leading the overall match 1-0.
I do feel Indonesia has to step it up a little bit though, because Silviana also was close to going up 2-0 in the first set and kind of shut the door, left it open, and it got really close the first set. And I feel the same thing here. Could have been a good lead for Ferry Sefriadi. Just don't want to leave that door open just that little bit.
Yeah, Japan's a really tough team, so you got to take advantage of every chance you get. I mean, he's done well so far. Kind of 1 for 2, but yeah, as you were saying, the difference between being up 2-0 or 1-1, it's big in these races to 4.
Well, just imagine how much pressure you put on someone being up 2-0, maybe even 3-0.
Sure.
You know, some people are already giving up when they get down 2-0.
Yeah. And the overall set score as well. Gonna come up short here.
Yeah, caught the 8 a little bit thick. I felt, or he struck it really nice, but just not enough stroke into it. The good news is if he cuts the 9, I don't see a reason why he would not be on the 10 if he draws it around the angles.
Yeah, it's definitely playing up table. 10 can play in the side, just a little bit more into the pocketing here. Got it, nice shot.
Yeah, he's perfect. So it's going to be 2-1 Indonesia. Ferry Sefriadi.
Team Austria has won the second set against Canada as well. Canada, in a do-or-die situation, has to win the last 2 sets to make it to a shootout. They lost their first match as well, so go time for Team Canada. Rest of the matches playing a little bit behind. South Korea has won the first set against Poland. South Korea must have some good players on that team.
Yeah, the strange thing is I've never seen many players from South Korea. I know Seo Seao, which is obviously gonna get some points.
So should be strong on the women's side, yeah. And Guyan Kim was from there, but not playing anymore.
Not playing, no. No, I know Kang Lee, but He's not playing in it.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know the other two male players, but
Yeah.
we have the same thing going on here with Indonesia.
Sure.
Slowly going towards a 2-0 lead.
I mean, the players are so strong around the world. If you're talking about a big country like that, and you're talking about the two top male or the top female player in the country, they're always going to be good players. You know, the days of being real weak links, that's kind of gone. Especially when there's only 16 teams in the tournament, 16 of the best countries in the world participating. Hijikata has a good chance here. All the balls playing into each other pretty nicely. Good angle on the 4. Be able to draw towards the 5. Get nice and close to it. Bit of angle going to the right here, but he'll be able to follow through down to the short rail and straighten that out. Bit of left spin. Actually got straight enough where he can just roll through as well. Combo. Surprising. Kind of bringing in the element of where the 6 is going to end up, but the way it's going at the 9, it should just stay in that area.
Yeah, so long as he cuts it enough to the right side.
Playing it at slow speed, not much risk there. Good shot.
Expect him to play a stop shot and go 2 rails forward to the center of the table. I guess that's the easiest way to get to the open side of the 8. I don't like going with stun or with draw. Then you still have to make something happen.
Yeah, just added a little right there to straighten it out. Anytime you're able to cue outside, you want to consider it as an option. It helps pocket the object ball. Coming back, hitting the second rail, killing into position. Strong rack from Hijikata, leveling the score 2-all in the second set.
Hayato Hijikata. Nice run out. Feel he's slowly playing a little bit stronger than in the beginning of this match. It's also obvious he didn't play the first set. Got a little bit cold also.
Sure.
To then get the same feeling for the table. Usually takes maybe a rack or 2.
Yeah, that's an element of it too. You know, usually when you're playing a singles match, it's like, okay, the match time starts at 8. I'm ready to play at 8. But in this case, your team match starts at 8, but you might not play till 9 type thing. He crushed the last break. Look for him to go back to the middle here again.
Yeah, the only advice you would give him probably on the break is hopefully hit it a little bit more square. But he did have a very good energy, at least.
Yep.
Transferring the energy. A lot of balls moving.
Big pop there, made the ball behind the 1 in the side. Hits the break well. I mean, if you can hit it that good, I would suggest hitting it from the middle.
Yeah. This kind of break you gotta try from the center.
7 got real close to the long rail here. Gonna be a problem overall in the rack if it doesn't pocket in the side. 6 plays okay to get onto it though, and won't have to move the cue ball much towards the 9. Just taking a look now to see how close it is to the rail. It definitely doesn't pocket directly in the side. There. I think he's just going to have to take the 7 in the bottom right corner. Just rely on solid pocketing to get past the point. Can't really move it away from there, like playing another ball off of it.
Well, it looks really close to the point, and that would make it really tough also shooting it to the bottom corner. Of course, the 6 is in a pretty good position to get to the top side of the 7.
Yeah.
Just not sure if it... Yeah, really, if it goes.
He's trying to move it here.
Oh, I think
did
he had a
move
perfect
it
nudge on the 7.
to the point where he can make it in the side. He just had a quick look at it. He knows he can make it in the side now. Nice shot.
Yeah, or now if he gets to the top side, I feel he's pretty decent to make the 7.
It plays easier in the corner as well if he doesn't like it in the side. Nice thing of if he does go side, he doesn't have to play it at much speed because the 9 is right there. Good rack from Hichikata here.
Oh, a little much angle on the 6 here.
Yeah, he had angle on the 5, but just caught the pocketing a little thick, so didn't get off the rail as much as he thought he would. See Naoki Oi on the sidelines here, putting his cues together. He'll be ready for action.
Yeah, it was always going to be far from the 7 just because of the big angle he's left himself on the 6. He's alright though. If he makes this, it's going to be very easy shape on the 9.
Yeah,
I would just make it. I would not even try to go a little bit forward or like just make the ball and take whatever you get on the 9.
Yeah, big cueing test here. Start cueing this ball badly to the right or the left, you're in big trouble. Shorten his backstroke a little there. Got a little more compact. Nice hit.
Now, does he still have that angle to go around the 10? I think he does. Top left. Oh, that's not enough left. Needs the bump.
Makeable, but could have ended up better. It's very thin.
Has to shoot it. Just shoot it with draw.
Yeah.
Get the cue ball back up to the short rail. If you don't make it, usually it kind of slides to the short rail as well.
Yeah, like drawing at this, you can hit it a little more aggressively, slow the speed of the cue ball down, but it looks like he's going to follow it. It's not a scratch.
Ooh.
Wow, this is a big turn of events here.
Who would have expected that to happen? And that's also one of the things, like how he's missed it, the 10 would always go back. But if he had played draw, it would stay on the left side of the short rail. Now he let the cue ball go, and he was always gonna, well, not always gonna sell out on the 10, but most likely to sell out if he plays the cue ball there.
Yep. just got a little funny on the 9. I mean, you can't really fault him. He had to really focus on the pocketing on the 7, but the mistake came when he just ran into the 10 off the 9.
So had the cue ball cleaned. Very Sefriadi, and this is to get on the hill as a huge game for Team Indonesia.
Interesting turn of events here. Like we were saying earlier, the urgency is going to start creeping in for Japan. Do you have any events coming up in the next little while, Tim?
Not really, just holidays.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah, getting close to Christmas.
Now we have at the end of the year, most of the European countries will have the European national championships.
Okay.
To qualify for European championships is kind of important.
Yeah.
And then looking to go to Derby City Classic in
Nice.
January. That's my plan so far.
Yeah.
Still gotta figure out the whole planning schedule and everything. I haven't really been looking at it because the last weeks we've been very busy. I'm
Sure.
just trying to scrape through at the moment.
Yep. How do you play all the games? Like one pocket and banks? Decent.
Yeah, I mean, I cash in there.
Good. Went with the cut again.
He just cuts the break so much. Like I really like the follow through he has, and he doesn't really seem to be striking the cue ball with unintentional spin. Just aiming is.
Teammates are back now. They know it's a big game. Hijikata out there by himself.
Well, the Team Japan not just together. They are watching Hijikata play, but just from the side. Maybe they feel like, okay, maybe just sit on the side and don't put extra pressure on him.
Yeah, yeah.
That's one thing. Obviously, everybody wants to win their own match. But if they start to realize how much it means to, the other team players, you could only make the pressure worse.
Unintended pressure, yeah.
Yeah. It's good speed here. Got really nice on the 3. Great angle. If he got straight on the 3 would still work, but I really like to get to the left side. Not even interfere with the 7-8. Oh, doesn't want to be straight on the 4.
Okay.
Nicely done.
Cue ball's playing nicely up the right side of the table.
No, I thought the 5 ball would go.
I think it does. You thinking it might not?
Oh, just from this view, I'm doubting it just a little bit.
Yeah.
Could run into it. Straight down.
Watch out for the side. It's okay.
Great speed. Had to avoid a scratch, but play good speed. So this means it does go. Was not a really easy layout so far. Still has some work to do, but would be a strong run out if he gets it done.
Close match overall. First set going hill. This one pushing to get to the hill as well. Got the cue ball nice and close here. Overall field position is increased. I don't mind drawing this ball. I could go 3 rails forward too. This shot comes up a lot.
Yeah, I like, in this case, I like to go twice the long rail because you will get closer to the 8 this way. If you go 3 rails forward, you're gonna go to the center of the table, which is not horrible, but he just got maybe a diamond and a half closer than he would have if he played forward.
It's the right shot, yeah. Just considering whether he's going to go side or corner here. Just got to be careful if he goes side to draw it enough.
I think I just would stun and stay on the right side of the side pocket and take a more cut on the 9. Just don't risk it. You're guaranteed, just like this.
Yeah.
Cue ball's gonna track around the 10. Play 3 rails for sure. You know, not get stuck on the rail or under hit the ball. Really make sure you go around.
Good shot. Gonna play off the rail enough to make it comfortable.
Yeah.
It's been breaking well. He's gonna have the break in the hill game.
Well, you have to favor him, especially with that break.
Yeah.
So 3 each. Nice run out from Hijikata.
Henrik Larsson in the crowd. Arguably the strongest wheelchair player in the world. He played in the men's event. Won a round, I think.
Yeah, I think 1 or 2 indeed. Yeah. So, of course, we have sponsors and partners to mention. So, we would love to thank Medalla Light, the Predator Group with the Predator Apex 9-foot table, Predator Aero Rack, Arena Lights, Arcos 2 balls and the bridges. Kamui Brand, Q Sports International and Rums of Puerto Rico. And with the local support of Puerto Rico Tourism Company, Discover Puerto Rico, District Puerto Rico and Popular.
Here comes Hijikata. Strong breaker from the middle.
Such a big break. So many balls moving. Oh, and almost made it 3.
Didn't get one this time though. Didn't leave a shot on the 1, but he's probably going to be in a bad spot on the next shot. Like using the 4, 6, 8, 9 wall. Cue ball's kind of, 1 ball's kind of cutting into the 5 though if you play over to that angle. Could draw it, but kind of hard to hold the speed of the 1. It'll bank over to the left side of the table though. Watch out with hitting the 5 here. Got around it.
Good cue ball. Very nice cue ball on this.
Got it close, but looks like Hijikata's going to jump at it.
Not a big fan of jumping over these short edges, especially because of the speed. You're not going to have that much speed jumping this high.
Calling the 3. Got distance, but there is an opening for fair. He tied up the 4-8 though.
Yeah, you could really see the satisfaction there. He was really happy to see that 4 ball was going to tie up. For a second he thought he left the table wide open.
If you get below the 4-8 on the short rail, you can stick the cue ball behind the 8. Big shot of the rack here is pocketing this 1 though.
Let's call this extension on this 1 ball. Meaning he's for sure doubting to shoot at this 1.
I would shoot at it, wouldn't you? I mean, you're going to leave angle on the 2, but I feel like it's, you know.
It's just, again, it makes no sense for me to go 1, 2, 3, and then opening up the 4 for my opponent. I'd rather miss the 1 and have them figure it out than do it myself.
Good shot. Got straightened up on the 2 that he's going to avoid the 7. I just like coming below on the short rail, though, and sticking the cue ball behind the 8. I think he has a good safe option.
For
keeps
example,
control.
yeah, he could go maybe 4 rails on the 3. Short rail, long rail, short rail, and shoot the 4 in the bottom left corner in this view.
Looks like he will. If he gets absolutely perfect, there's a chance to play it in the side as well.
Yeah, just always have to think before, okay, what kind of speed do I play so I'm at least always gonna see the 4.
Good shot, as long as he holds up here. Wow, he can't hit that any better.
I think he got perfect for the save, yeah. Could be a game-winning cue ball control there. Yeah, it's going to be a game-winning safety as well.
He left the left side rail. 7 and 10 are kind of messing with how he's going to get at the 4. Might be able to manipulate it around them, though.
I think he's got to go 2 rails. I just don't feel kicking past the side. I think he's going to open up too much on the second rail. So guessing around a diamond and a half here. Short rail, long rail. You play with low left?
Yeah, why wouldn't you go 2 rails at that?
Low left is so much more sensitive with the spin.
Might have been worried about hitting the 5 off the second rail there, but I think he could have played in front of it.
Yeah, I think so too. Very surprised. Big mistake from Hijikata.
So Indonesia looking to take a big lead in this match.
Well, how are the nerves? He got just okay on the 5. Would have liked to be maybe a little straighter.
He might be forced to play it in the side here, actually.
Or is he gonna spin the cue ball and just barely miss the 8 running up to the 6?
Yeah, a couple choices to be made here for Ferry. Big spot in the match.
Yeah, just like that. The speed is not right. The speed is not there. Played a pretty poor ball in hand though. He only made 1 ball and already got a little bit out of line on the 5.
Oh yeah, he had a good chance here to close it out and gonna bring Hijikata back to the table now.
And this is also not good. I'm for sure banking the 6 over to the other long rail, trying to stick the cue ball 1 rail up to the 9.
Yeah.
It's either that or sometimes you can thin the 6 ball on the right side and get the 2 balls in between, just depending on preference, I think, also, and how it exactly lays.
Look at this. He's come past them.
Wow.
That could be, I mean, if Indonesia goes up 2-0, of course Japan can still force the shootout, but I mean, this could be the end, the beginning of the end for Japan in the World Team Championships here.
But there's some nerves. Just saying, like we've seen already this rack with ball in hand, running out of position really soon. Now again, he's not comfortable to get just straight draw over to the left side of the 8.
He's going to have distance on the 8. Unless he plays it over like that. Strong stroke there. Nice shot.
Yeah, Ferry Sefriadi He's looking to get that second point on the board for Indonesia. Something most of the people would not expect at all.
Strong performance by Sefriati overall. And he's right on the 10. Well, I'll tell you what, Japan's going to have to dig deep now if this one goes in.
Yeah, it is there.
Big set there for Indonesia, taking a 2-0 lead in the overall race to 3. Really, if they get to 3, they'll win the match.
Oh, Ferry Sefriati gets it done.
Yeah.
2-0 Indonesia. So we will have Hiraguchi and Noikioi partnering together against Sylviana Liu and Pungguan Siombing. Full name, Pungguan Hasiholan Siombing. I'm gonna save myself a little bit here and just say Pungguan. First opportunity for him. Also a player we've never really seen before, or I've never really seen him before, so curious to see how he plays fundamentally and knowledge-wise. Played a combo on the 6, has made it, and I think the one ball got a little bit too far. Can she follow to stick the kill with the 7? It's a really small window between the rail and the 7. Well, she's played it perfect. Nice shot for Sylviana Liu. And imagine the pressure that's on Japan right now, being down 2-0. Nice hit. Not the best result. Expecting to be hooked right after, but just gotta make sure you hang in there. Good safety, keeping the pressure on Japan. Looks like going in between the 5-9 was gonna be right on it, but yeah, just hit it a little bit firmer. Knew with the thick contact the 2-4-10 could be blocking the 1. Then again, could be cutting the 1.
Yeah,
Just the cue ball is a little...
chance to get of a two-way behind the 2-4-10. Caught it thin though, so it made the cue ball track wider. Still got safe. Nice kick safe there. A little unlucky to hit the 7. Still leaving distance. See what kind of level Pungwan's going to display here in this match. Nice shot. Bit of concerned look on Japan's faces there, and they should be. Clock got her a little bit there.
Still quite scrappy. A lot of balls in the same area. Like for example, how you're gonna solve the 5 with the 4 being also pretty locked up.
Yeah, tough rack. Might be able to go into the 8-7 here, but that's risky as well.
Maybe bump the 5 now.
I think he tried to, didn't get into it quite enough.
Good shot on the 2 regardless.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be very tricky to get to that 5 ball. That's the main thing for me. If you can get close to straight on the 4 to the corner, then maybe draw around the 7-8 or draw directly underneath. There's a couple different things you can do depending on how you end up.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot more communication in these doubles matches because both players feel like they're actually in the match. So I think Oi leading Hiraguchi is going to be a common theme.
Playing for the 5 in the side, or does it also go? Oh, it does go to the corner. Nice shot here.
Yeah, and he's straight enough. She's straight enough that she can come straight back.
I've seen them both play many times together.
Okay.
And they usually play pretty speedy as well. Just in practice, you know, just
sure.
They seem to be very close.
I mean, Oi looks ready as usual.
Yeah, I barely see him get to a tournament where he's not ready.
Yeah.
Doesn't really happen often. I mean, regardless of the result, because sometimes, you know, if he loses in the first round of Whirlpool Master because the other guy runs 7 racks, I mean...
He's always putting up a good fight, good consistent level.
Well, first game goes to Japan here, first rack. Nice run out. Like we said, looked to be very difficult. The other matches, Team Philippines, Rubel and Amit beat Carmenes Morales Maldonado to get the first game for the Team Philippines. Team USA won their first set. April Larson beat Maite Ropero 4-1. Then Team Chinese Taipei is up 2-0 against Team Peru. Chiu Cho 1-4-0 and Cheng Yun Lin 4-2. Team Great Britain up 1-0 against Team New Zealand. Now currently Phil Burford playing. And South Korea is up 3-2 in the second set. Hoyun Kwon 3-2 against Wojciech Chevchik.
Don't know that. I don't know that player from South Korea.
Yeah, you have Hojun Kwon and Minuk Ha.
Don't
And
know either
both
of them.
know both of them, but they could be upsetting Poland.
Korea won their first match as well, so that would put them in a great spot to advance to the quarterfinals. I've heard that three cushion is getting really big in Korea. That's why Gaeon Kim
Yeah.
is not playing pool. She's just playing three cushion for big money. Not really seeing much of it on the North American feeds or the world feeds, but there's something going on there where they're getting more sponsorship.
Well, Q Sports in general in Asia is growing very rapidly.
Definitely.
Vietnam, a lot of fans. Korea, a lot of fans. Oh,
That's rare.
hit the one.
Don't
No.
know
No.
what will happen
She actually
now.
disadvantaged herself.
What would your call be here? I've never actually seen that.
No, it's still, it's still a foul for Indonesia. The thing is, Oye wants to have the ball spread at least a little bit, right? Because they're gonna go for 3 fouls.
I just think the controversial part about it is like how would the balls have spread if the cue ball hit it? Like could that have been advantageous for Indonesia?
Well, it could be favoring Japan if they spread a little bit out, just a little bit.
Depends.
Yeah, it depends.
don't
How you
know.
look. I think the safety is going to be way easier this way.
I've never seen this scenario, so I think it's a tough one to call for the ref.
On the other side, I just don't feel like, of course, you could say it's unsportsmanlike conduct, but she didn't really look like she did it on purpose.
No, it wasn't in anger.
That's the thing.
It was
If she did it on purpose, then yeah, you could be calling that.
yeah, it
but
was just a reaction that she was something she wasn't used to.
Oh, just played the safety just in time. Could have done a better job going to the short rail.
Yeah, he has the short rail now.
The only thing is, he is going to kick at this. I am rolling the cue ball at least on the 9 and bumping the one all the way up to the short
I like
rail.
that play too. I was just going to mention
I'm
it.
getting the one out.
I like that play. I mean, it's a little negative that, but if you're playing a weaker player or someone like just average player, I like that play.
Yeah, but still, you can leave a cluster still together, and if you hit the 9, the one is for sure going to the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, he hit this really well, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to be stuck after, but
Well,
couldn't almost not have played it any better.
I mean, I'm sure all of us at home have played one of these racks before in our lives, but I haven't seen one in a pro game for a long time, so we'll see how this plays out. Obviously, 3 fouls could happen. That's what all the teams will be going for at the start of the rack.
Just wondering. It's really close if she has left it. And also, you don't really have to hit the one ball full as long as you just nick the right side with enough speed. Send the one to the short rail.
The rack's opening up a little bit. Indonesia's still going to have the advantage for the first foul here, but the one's going to stay. Oh, he's going to cut the one in the stack. I like that play.
Yeah, me too. The only thing I would tell him is, hey, make sure the 6 stays in front of the 1.
Is there a window between the 2-3? Oh, around the 5 and around the 5 with right?
Yeah, I do like that.
No good.
It's
Opened up the rack now.
Yeah, he's made 2 balls actually.
Yeah.
But you know, the 2 is still pretty closed. Still some work to do.
So that developed pretty quickly. Interesting rack so far. Indonesia ending up getting the best of it. Didn't want to get so much angle on the 2. Going to be tough to hold the cue ball now.
I'm playing safe behind the 9.
Yeah.
I already don't like it. Queuing over the 7, cutting the ball. No future safety opportunities.
Good shot. 5.
Yeah.
Kind of blocking the 1 rail kick.
Yeah, I would say kick it short.
With left.
Yeah. More short, more towards the 7. To alter the angle running up to the 2. It's sensitive, it's very spin sensitive, but you kind of have to.
No other way to hit it, really.
Yeah, just a little too short.
Good try. So Indonesia hanging in here, looking to level the score. Big lead in the overall score, up 2-0.
So it looks like Canada lost 3-0 in sets.
Yeah, they were really in a tough bracket. I mean, it's an odd result that they lost 3-0 in both their matches, but just got in there in a tough bracket. Sure if Seehumbing has like a white carbon shaft. It's really brightly colored.
Six to the 7 will need some more work. Also, might have liked to have a little bit more angle on the 6 to get naturally 2 rails out for the 7 in the bottom right corner.
Yeah, you're gonna have to power up here, and the angle coming 2 rails could hit the 10 as well. Nice hit.
Big swing too.
Yeah,
really?
he can play. I mean, you can see from the first 2 racks here. Potted a nice long 1. Wasn't phased by playing with a little extra power there.
Just gotta make sure she gets off the rail enough to not be straight with the 9. She queuing over the 10. No. Pretty strong rack, considering, you know, playing the 3 fouls and everything.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes the surprise factor can work in, you know, these unknown players too, right? You don't know what to expect. Kind of get a little confident, and now all of a sudden you're in a tough spot, or you're in a tough match. One all. Again, very dire for Japan because they lost their first match as well. Chinese Taipei won 2 sets, or is up 2 sets to 0 against Peru. USA up 1-0 over Spain. US is looking strong. Spain has a strong team as well. Decent hit, got the 1 on the side, that was his goal. Got a shot on the 2 here. Cue ball's kind of playing towards the 10, but I feel like she can avoid it to the left.
You mean to play safe, right? Or you?
I think she has enough of the 2. Does she not have enough of the 2 to pocket it?
Not sure. There is a really big safety overcutting the 2 and bringing the cue ball behind the 9-6.
Right.
So I was wondering, but she could be attacking here. It's just depending on how she feels. Yeah, she hit the 10 and still managed to get the cue ball out.
Yep, nice shot. Indonesia with a good chance to take the lead back here. Has to elevate, but doesn't have to do much with the cue ball. Nice shot, getting even closer to it. Kind of got unlucky where he got straight. Shimmer got her straight.
I don't think that 6 ball goes. I'm not actually that worried about 4-5. I'm more worried about if the 6 doesn't go, what are you gonna try and do? Play 6? Well, maybe they can slide it in. Oh,
that's misjudgment there. Overhit that.
Oh, he's gonna get a jump cue also.
Yeah, this is an ambitious jump.
I was thinking, just go rail first, thin the edge of the 5, and try to get the cue ball on the other side of the 10.
Good try, landed on it, got some draw. Caught the roll. See, Oi a little bit upset there. Those things just aren't rolling for Japan right now.
Would have to favor him getting the jump cue on this. Catch the right side, you separate so good in the cue ball not to get behind the 9-6, 7 or 8.
I hear you. Looks like he has kick in mind though.
Just feel less good things can happen on this kick unless making it.
Try.
Played a decent speed.
Gonna be in trouble here on the next shot. Kind of tough to get the 5 coming far enough right. So gonna have to play the cue ball a little bit more behind the 9. Could you hit the 5 thin enough on the left? Probably not.
Well, if she hits it thick and brings it behind the 9 is also okay.
She is gonna go thin off the left.
Just not enough speed.
Underhit it though.
Yeah.
Could choose to play this a bunch of right spins. Spin inside the 9. Might not have enough of it. Yeah.
Well, you could play to get the cue ball behind the 10.
That's what they're
But
talking about now.
But if
yeah.
you don't get it, you're gonna leave a pretty decent shot on the 5. If you maximum load the cue ball up with left spin and spin the cue ball out, you might just get the hook behind the 8. Just still, but
Good effort. Gonna be a little short. 9's playing big here. Look for Seehumbing to play the cue ball over that way. Going off the left side, surprised.
is he?
Yeah,
I really like going over the right side. Yeah, just like this.
yeah, good shot.
Would have done himself a favor to really glue the cue ball to the 9.
Yeah, almost.
Of course, there's no kick for Ori, but
Yeah.
could be jumping. Or is he going 2 rails?
It's an Efren Reyes Z shot. If there's anybody to pull it off, it'd be a player like Oi.
Uh,
All right,
I might be just
Get your-
jumping to hit the 5.
get
but
your cameras out here. We all know this one. Good try.
good hit. Thing why I didn't like the Z shot is that he was always gonna be close to the 5, not so much distance.
Really contorting her body to get the right angle there. Got some nice power out of it considering she was off balance.
I mean, I would really be surprised if he goes attacking here.
Yeah, 7/8's a big wall. You're gonna have to play with a bunch of left, but it's manageable, I think. Pardon me, a bunch of right.
Oh, he might not be happy with this outcome.
I think he's okay on the left side rail though, but he's actually lucky that he didn't leave it.
Well,
Can still spin it. Yeah.
well, he didn't look too happy, so I think it goes.
Yeah. Oh, it's the shot of the rack. I mean, rack's gonna be won or lost on this one. Ooh,
Yeah, nice shot, and I think the 7 goes.
yeah, 7 does pass the 9.
If he can miss the kiss on the 8, play enough left spin to catch the 7 a little thicker,
Good shot.
just like that, he has the 8 on the side. Just a little bump off the rail. Perfect angle on the 9. Stun right, center of the table, probably straighter on the 10.
Perfect. Japan gonna be up 2-1 here. Nice to have the lead in the set because they are on the verge of elimination. If they lose this set, that'll be it for the match. Philippines is up 2-0 on Puerto Rico now. Taipei 2-0 against Peru. South Korea leading Poland. At 8 o'clock Atlantic time, going to have the last 32 for the men. On table 1, we're going to have Daniel Maciel, runner-up at this tournament last year, against Fedor Gorst. Table 2 is going to be Victor Zielinski and Mario He. Lots of great matches in that round. Wojciech Szewczak, Cheng Junlin, Alex Pagulayan still in action. Big snap there from Oy. Not getting one. Didn't leave a shot though. Gonna be pushing. Have to be some thought into this one because there's a big wall in the middle of the table. 4-8, 10-6. 7-9 even play into that wall. This actually isn't bad because if you try to cross the one up the middle, only left the right edge. There's a big hole between the 9-10 here. Looks like Oy is telling Hiraguchi to play the 1 up 2 rails. Could be possibly playing thinly off it and just banking on getting the cue ball in line with the 7-9. Going to be some distance here. Not going to quite get fully covered with the 9. Nothing available on the pocketing side. Kind of an odd rack. A lot of balls in the middle of the table, which happens more in 10 ball. But really showing up in this rack. Smart shot there.
Oh, needs a rail.
Just got
the
it.
rail, yeah. Yeah, it looked like she had a couple different shots possible there.
Smart one. Look at this aggressive jump by Oy here. That'd be a real Oh, it's nicked over the top of it.
How did the cue ball stay on the table as well?
Yeah. Did it hit the back of the pocket? I don't think so.
No, I just think he hit both of the side pocket points.
Yeah.
That's it. Just those two.
Odd shot there.
Hey, you know, sometimes it just goes your way. Nothing you can do about it. And he's gonna take it. In the end, they're the one being down, so.
Looking to make something happen for sure. I'll tell you what, Sihon Bing has made some real nice pots in these first.
His shot making is looking very strong this.
Yeah, cue
this
straight.
Set, yeah.
Stays down nice through the shot. Kind of snooker-ish again, you know. Can tell the influence of that game over in Indonesia. Play a bunch of right spin here to get properly on the 4. Nice shot. End up on the angle where the cue ball's running into the 8th. Probably be looking to follow through the angle and try to take the 9 out of the equation.
I think it's just okay. Looks pretty straight.
Yeah, I might have to draw straight back and kind of avoid the 9.
Yeah, main thing is draw far enough so you don't get behind the 9. And shoot straight, don't cheat the pocket so you don't run into the 9. Just like that.
He's a solid player, delivers his cue well.
Yeah, if he doesn't like to play this with a hair of inside for the 7 in the bottom right corner, he could play just top spin and play this, or she could play.
No, I was gonna correct you.
Yeah, yeah.
It's okay.
Sorry. Just one reel to go for the 7 in the side is also possible.
Yeah, looks like she's going for the side here.
Maybe a little short, but looks like they have the angle to go 3 rails.
Yeah, just get close to the 8 here. Open up your position feel. Gonna be forced to the left, but that's okay.
Yeah, I was thinking probably would like to go a diamond further to go off the rail and go to the 9, but in the end they have plenty of space and enough to work with.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cross the angle a little more here. Choice of playing side or corner. Good shot as well. Only way she could play into the angle.
I think there's just a small angle going to the right. And if he draws, the side pocket comes into play. No.
It's okay. Steady nerves. Good shot of his backhand there. Rock solid.
Yeah, they execute really straight.
So for the breaking, it just alternates between teammates. Doesn't matter who shoots the 10. I'm assuming that.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good question.
I would assume it alternates between teammates. Kind of tricky to keep track of sometimes, but I think that's the fairest way to do it.
I think, yeah, fair in general. Also, of course, they're not going to play the game differently, so one has the break the whole time.
Sure.
But what if it just coincidentally happens? Then, you know, one team could have a way bigger advantage than the other team.
Yeah. It should average out in the end, but in the course of one set, I think you'd want to see the teams breaking equally. If I remember correctly, Si Bing broke last. So yeah, it looks like it is alternate breaks because Lou shot the 10 here.
Again, nice square hit. Just look at how much spin there is on the cue ball.
Yeah, it really makes a big difference, especially when you're not using a template. Oh, he's right up here. He's ready to go.
Oh, plenty of room at the table as well.
Yeah, everything pockets.
Just maybe the 8 to the 9, as the 8 is close to the 10 and the 9 got close to that side pocket point. That could be something.
Yeah, probably gonna have to play the 9 in the long pocket.
6 to the 7 needs some traveling, but yeah, plenty of space on the table.
Has angle here. Might consider drawing into the 9. She's kind of looking up at Naoki, trying to see what he likes. She did try to move it. Still going to be in the same spot. Depends on the amount of angle she has here. She could come back 2 rails or try to draw the cue ball in between the 7-10.
Has to draw straight down. Probably bump the bottom short rail. This kind of speed. Just softly run into the bottom short rail here.
This can work as well.
Well, and also if you play it at double speed, sometimes you will maybe cut the ball a little bit more and run into the 10, but because you played double speed, you won't be able to hook yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I think that nudge worked out very good. Perfect angle on the 7 and a little bit more room between the 8 and the 10.
Yeah, they got through this rack well, had an opening on the 1 and maintained angle throughout the rack.
I mean, I probably would go to the short side. She was pointing at the top side and always said, oh yeah, sure.
I like the short side too.
Yeah.
I'll change your mind.
Ooh. Could have floated in maybe a hair softer.
Yeah.
So now Oi has to stunt to the other side of the 10 to get on the hill. Oh, he even held the cue ball.
Yeah, nice kill there.
He really has that soft touch.
He does.
Most of the players, they don't like this soft touch either. They just stun it in and get to the other side.
But like hits it in a way where he's not decelerating. You can see he's still accelerated nicely through that ball.
3-2, Japan.
I saw Oi play in an exhibition style match in Toronto about a year ago, and he was the most entertaining player, not by personality, but just by the shots he was coming up with. Really able to create whatever he wants on the table.
Last time she broke, she miscued off the break, so she's going to the side rail.
Yeah, she's making a joke about it too. That'll mess with you though. Just gonna change it up, make sure that doesn't happen again.
Well, at least she's handling it with a smile instead of
Sure, that's all you can
being
do.
down on yourself.
She probably can't even remember the last time she actually did that. Good hit. 6 ball down. 1 ball's going to dress up as well. 4 is tough. Going to have 3 balls to be able to try to develop it or think of a way to play safe.
The 3 lays ideal to open up that 4.
Yeah, she's on a good angle on the 2 now to get that angle.
Yeah, just bumping the 4 and hopefully get on it. That's the only thing here. If you get on that 4 ball, the 5 and the 7 are going to be nearby.
Good hold there. Perfect angle, really.
And you don't rip at this either. You just pick a side. Like, what side do you want to hit from the ball and try to guess, okay, if I hit it maybe soft stun, what would I get if I hit it correctly? I like trying to hit the bottom side of the 4. It's going to nudge either the 7 out the cue ball to the long rail, or if you hit a little bit thicker, it's going to nudge the 7 off. You have the 4 in the top right corner. I think that's the best bump you can play, just there.
Yeah, I like hitting
Depending
off
on
the
the
bottom
speed.
side of it, yeah. Boy, with a little more speed. Was worried about them jamming up. I have a feeling he didn't get there.
Yeah, I don't think it goes. Of course, there is always a safety shot. Like now, he could thin the 4 and come back up, maybe behind the 8-9 or behind the 5-7.
Or even roll up safe on the 10. No, too much angle.
It might go. Look from the shoe. I think it looks close. If she can make this and draw in between the 5-7.
Nice hit.
It did go. Nice shot.
Big shot for Japan there, so they're going to start their comeback here unless something unforeseen happens. Still a big hill to climb. If they win the next set, it'll go to a shootout. Oi will be up for Japanese team in the next men's singles. Staying in good line here. Last 2 balls for set win. First set win for Japan.
Yeah, this is really the start of the comeback. Japan gets the first point on the board. 4-2 win in the doubles. So now we're going to have the players, the team is picking one player to play. Could also be the lady, but most of the time they don't. So I guess we're just gonna leave you guys just for a little bit to figure out who the players are gonna be, and we'll be right back for you guys. Okay, so we are back here. Predator Arena lights, look at those. Amazing arena here in the convention center in San Juan, Puerto Rico. We have Punguan Sihombing. He's up against Naoki Oi. Both team picks. I feel both players were playing the best if you look at all the sets we've seen against each other.
Yeah, Sihombing played really well actually. Made 4 tough shots. Didn't really make any mistakes. So I agree with putting him in here in the team pick part of it.
Yeah, and I feel Hijikata was hanging in there because his break was working really well, but he was overall pretty struggling, and Oi really carried the Hiraguchi pretty nice.
Oi has the experience. Hijikata is very
Yeah.
talented, but Oi has more experience in these real big spots, so I think it's the right choice for Japan as well.
So dry break, no shot on the one. Yeah, it's just this set. If we go 2 each, we will have a deciding shootout. And Japan actually really needs the win here.
They absolutely do. If they lose this match overall, they're not going to advance to the quarterfinals. KG push here, pushing into a jump.
I don't
Or
like
possibly
it that
a
much.
kick save. Yeah, don't see anything immediate. If he hits the
Kick save, calling the one in the side where the 5 is, and if you catch it too thin, the cue ball is going to crawl underneath the 10.
yeah,
something like that.
I like that play. Yeah.
It's called the.
No. Why?
Is he? Yeah, oh, he's got the jump cue.
Okay.
So probably is going to try and have the cue ball run into the 3 and then bang the 1 along the other long rail and hopefully get. Oh no! Change of
Changing his
plans.
call. The 5 makes the pocket bigger here. Kind of going for a game winner right off the bat.
Yeah, I think he was just really trying to get some distance, but also an open opportunity for Sihombing.
I'll tell you what, he's a strong potter. He's a very good player. Makes it look easy, actually. Haven't seen a ton of his moving game. Watch out for the cue ball here. Going to be just all right. Kind of a half smile on his face, like he might not have enough of it.
Well, if he doesn't, he can cut the 3 on the left side and bring the cue ball behind the 8 again. If he can hit it fuller, he can bank a 3 ball around and leave the cue ball up to the short rail. Hopefully get some distance.
Just played the half swerve, nice shot. Right spin helped throw the cutting angle there as well.
Now he's got a really nice shot here because he's got a small angle on the 4 and he could bump the 6 out just a bit. He's guaranteed to be on the 5, but if he bumps the 6 just kind of full, it's going to open the rack so much.
There's an option to come across to the short side here too. Just keep in mind that early 10s don't count in the World Teams format. They do in the Pro Billiard Series format. But he won't be playing the combo here because it's not a game winner. Good shot.
He had to make sure he got to the high side. The only thing is he got to the rail and he looks kind of straight to me.
Yeah. Gonna have to elevate if he wants to draw it.
And he's not shy to elevate the cue or force the cue ball.
He's actually a very good player. Rare that you see such a strong player that you just have never seen before.
Yeah, for sure. Executes really nice. We just haven't seen the part yet why we haven't seen him before.
Yeah.
Because usually there is always a reason why you don't get to see these players, maybe for a lot of Filipino players obviously it's financially, but other players, sometimes their defense is just not strong enough, or kicking, or maybe stuff like this.
Yeah.
Oh. To get the early lead. Si Hongbing.
Looks pretty young, so could be much improved in the last couple years. Kind of reminds me of Huang. Dong Kwok Huang.
Big 1-0. Indonesia slowly getting closer to the finish line.
Yeah, Oi knows he's going to have his hands full here. He's seen enough that he knows he's going to have to play his best game to win this set. Japanese team sitting next to Oi, supporting.
Looks like Team USA just won their second set against Team Spain. They're up 2-0.
They're gelling well. Tyler and Shane have been spending some time together. April must be holding up her end as well. It's an advantage to have Shane go in twice. He's right at the top of his game right now, so they have that to rely on as well.
You would guess so.
Yeah. Big spread. Nothing down. Going to leave an opener for Oi. 3 is going to be in a tough spot, but the 2 is nice and close to it where he could develop it if he chooses to. Might go in the top right pocket, right corner as well.
Could also cut the 1 in the side and take a little gamble running into the 3, just because of the 2 that's next to it.
Just a little wide on that one.
To be honest, I actually expected him to cut the 1 on the side and run into the 3-6. It's actually his kind of shot, a little extraordinary.
Dicey kind of, yeah.
Check the cue ball here. Oh, a little further than he wanted to. I think he was going to try, or is that 3 ball going?
Yeah, I think the 3 pocket's into the top right. It's got a perfect angle just to draw a little bit and follow through for the 4 afterwards. Overdrew it just a little bit. Cue ball's tracking towards the 7 now. He knows that. He can slow it down with draw. Just going to have more distance on the 4.
Oh,
I think he's okay.
Well, you got me worried for a second. He's still checking if it goes or not.
Got him. I don't think he actually hit the 10. I'm surprised. Oh, he did.
Oh, I think he did.
Yeah, he wouldn't have missed it by that much. So funny error there from Sihan Bing.
Such a big chance for Naoki Oi.
Yeah. Little work to get on the 7 properly, but would expect a player, world-class player like him to be able to manage that. Could land the cue ball around the 5.
Just 6 to the 7, right?
Yeah, take a track with the cue ball around the back of the 10.
Yeah, I like going to the short side of the 7 as well, bottom side.
Yep.
Shoot the 7 in the top right corner. That's a very...
He underdrew it some. Maybe he was playing there to want to come above it. Don't really see
he
the...
can go 3 rails here to the top side of the
Yeah,
7.
he has outs. I'm just surprised he moved the cue ball so much.
Or also just 1 rail, by the way. 1 or 2 rails. Doesn't really have to go fancy. Now just needs to draw himself out of trouble. However, if he just plays any kind of draw, he's going to have something on the 8.
Yeah.
All the left pockets are open, so...
Moving around fairly quick as he usually does.
And that's the danger with him, you know, when he smells blood, like when you're not running out where you're supposed to run out, he just does this.
Yeah.
Like he just gets going so quick.
Autopilot.
He can also make you feel like you're playing good and still just can't beat him, right? It's just rare talent. Naoki Oi levels the score 1 each. Also, Oi has a pretty big break. That's because in general they have a very loose style, so they know how to put energy into something.
Yeah, they get through the cue ball. Well with that loose grip, kind of throwing the cue at the ball a little bit.
Oh, just a little bit too much top spin, curving the cue ball in the side, and
everything's opened up reasonably here.
yeah, pretty decent layout.
Yeah.
Just get to the 3 ball.
5 only passes in a long pocket. Have to get a pretty good angle on the 4 to guarantee position on the 5. If he does get out of line, he could play the combo, but
Yeah.
he'll be avoiding that.
I'm not sure with where the 4 is.
Yeah,
I think I would probably go to play the combo.
I'm thinking about it a little more. I agree. You can get a good angle on it. Just thing you want to avoid there is the 5 moving to the
got a little
short rail. Too straight.
Yeah, got too far. Was trying to get along the long rail to go 2 rails to the top side of the 3 in this case, in this view here. Now it looks like he's got not a great angle to leave him something. The 3, that 6 actually helped him.
Would you consider running into the 5 here? Too risky, maybe? Not enough of a guarantee to get on the 4 properly either?
I don't see a reason why you would have to do it. If you spin the cue, just high right, miss the 5, get straight on the 4, and then play the combo. It's not like you have to bump it. He did.
Turned out well.
Still has a small angle going to the bottom, so he's never going to get very comfortable on the 5. It's going to be all right to cut the 5 with inside and go to the 6. was able to cheat the pocket. Well, he cheated really good. Played on the thick side of the pocket.
Yeah, a bunch of right spin here, get closer to the 6. Smooth rack again.
Oh, he is not there yet.
Like 3 rails here. Back into the angle.
Going around the corners or
Yeah.
high right, like going straight over.
Stun
to the
it
shoulder.
over, yeah. Good shot. Doesn't want to be straight, but he should be able to manipulate the angle regardless. Play a fair bit of right spin on this, but the pocketing on the 8's easy enough.
And also the right spin automatically is going to help him out, going 2 rails for the 9 inside,
Yeah.
and leaving himself a decent angle to run back down for the 10. Just like that.
Moving around nicely, dealing with the pressure well as well. Big pressure in these short race matches. Playing for your country, playing for your team.
Well, and we both don't know how much experience this young man has as well.
Yeah,
Could be maybe his first time on the world stage, so
impressive play.
there's some small stuff going on, like he's wiping off his sweaty hands with his pants. Like you can feel he's a little nervous. He's just been handling it very well. And there's nothing wrong with nerves.
Yeah,
you handle them, right?
Yeah, it's natural to be nervous, especially if you're shorter on experience. But just learning how to play with them. See Humbing will have the break in the 4th rack here. Big game. Pressure's really going to mount on Japan if Indonesia gets to the hill. Referee just making sure he does his best job to keep all the balls tight here. Happy with that one. See, Humbing has a bit of a weird bridge on the break, kind of Jeff DeLuna type bridge, raising it on the bed of the table. Can generate power like this though. See Jason Shaw breaking like this and Josh Filler sometimes in 10 ball from the middle. Good
At
hit.
least hit him square. Made the 8, and then last second again, that 3 ball got tied up.
Yeah. See how the 2's developing towards it here. It's possible. Looks like he's kind of more thinking about just playing the cue ball in a way that he can play safe on the 3. If he gets certain angles on the 2 though, he might consider going into it.
How's the speed?
Got a little roll there getting back past the 6. Didn't want to be straight. He's got a small angle going to the left, but not enough, so he'll be playing safe on the 3.
There's 2 safety shots. The really soft roll up or send the 3-ball away 2 rails and stun run behind the 5.
Yeah, the stun run's tougher, but
it's tougher, but it has a better reward.
yes,
Like a very high reward as well. Well, he has put himself. Oh, he's called a 5.
okay, we missed that. Yeah, Karam's there. Nice shot.
What a moment to comb your hair. Yeah, nice shot. It just, I feel he could have maybe done a little bit more speed-wise to maybe get the 3 over a bit more, or.
Yeah, I don't feel like he left the 3 in the side here, so he's gonna be on some kind of safe, but.
Was he trying to make the 6? That was too tough. I mean, I'm not sure if he was actually shooting at the 6, but
I think he was just trying to use the 4, 6, 10 as blockers. Ended up hitting the 10, so things went bad. Oh, he's shaking his head, though. Doesn't look like he can pocket the 3.
I like thinning. Hopefully get a cue ball also stuck with the 9. Oh,
thick.
got it very thick.
Knew he was near the end of his shot clock there. See that a lot, you know, the shot clock starts going off, just small distraction in your mind. Don't quite get the execution right.
It's called a 3 in the top right corner in this view. Is he also going to play the cue ball behind the 10, or is he just going to...
Good shot. Tougher than it looks there. Left the left side rail, so he'll be able to kick 1 rail at it. Kind of tough to get a kick safe out of this one, though.
That's why I'm probably going to kick with quite some speed.
I would, too.
At least get a ball down table.
A little light on the speed. Cue ball dove out towards the 3. So big chance for Si Bing here.
Yeah, to get on the hill.
Yeah.
Double hill.
Yes. Surprising result, but they've earned every bit of it. All played well. Cue ball control here.
Perfect speed.
Little straight, might have to go into the short side of the 6.
Well, at least he's close to his work, so it will be easier to judge the speed and will be easier not to miss the ball.
Yeah, just natural follow. Went a little further than he would have liked, but he still has the corner available. Looks like Indonesia just kind of taking things casually, talking amongst themselves as their opponents, as their teammates running out. That's all they can do. They're not known favorites. Just keep the mood light. Boy looks concerned over there.
A little bit in between.
He is. I feel like he can play to the side and draw it enough. Changed his mind last minute here. Going to go corner, 3 rails around.
Yeah, really hurried himself. And did he let Nike off the hook?
Yeah, big game there. Shot by Oi. Can get a little straight, but he can play 2 rails forward.
What could have been 3-1 for Indonesia. Looks like it's going to be 2 each. And this is going to be very close, I feel.
Yeah. Now it's almost like the pressure starts mounting on Indonesia a little bit. Not wanting to go to the shootout, obviously wanting to get over the finish line here.
The longer this keeps going on, the more they're going to feel like underdogs again as well. Instead of when they were up 2-0, you feel like on a high cloud, you know, you feel different than before.
Yeah, the comeback is mounting, for sure.
Referee wrecking the balls, ready for Nayuki Oi to break him. Further error wreck in action.
Some high level, sorry Tim, go ahead.
I was going to say last time he broke, he scratched, so let's see if he can produce a little better break.
Got the one crossed over. You can see Oi going back to his chair with some bounce in his step, but no shot. It's been a high level set so far. Only 1 missed ball by each player.
Yeah, 1 long straight one from Nayuki Oi, and then it's 7 ball, I believe, from Si Humbing.
Good save there by Oi. See Humbing in a bad spot now. Real bad spot, actually. You're going to have to kick 2 rails between the 5-10.
Yeah, you got to try and catch it from the back. And you cannot really catch it full from the back because there's a big scratch. So you're trying to go 2 rails and hit the left side of the 2, I feel.
Tough one to judge. So it looks like Oi's got the advantage back in this set now. Mistaking the last rack from Indonesia, making big difference here in this set.
Left himself a great angle on the 3, very natural angle to drop on the 4 on the right side of the table.
Yeah, rack's lying well, and
just if he gets anything straight, I think he's got perfectly fine.
judging by the pace that he's just running back to his shot there. He's feeling it. He's feeling the momentum of the comeback. Still in good line. Might have to take the 7 in the side here, but that'll be okay because he doesn't have to move the cue ball too far to the 8. Chose to power up. Good option as well.
Small angle going to the bottom long rail, so I expect to go to the bottom side of the 8. 8 in the side. Nope. Held it for the corner.
You get a little too much angle here to draw back past the side, or can he pinch it back?
Could leave himself just next to the side and cut the 9. Or even
All the way
to the other
across.
side.
Yeah.
Very nice shot. for most of the players, very comfortable letting the stroke out. He is this kind of player.
Yeah, he has all the shots for sure.
Yeah, so this to get on the hill, and this is such a big rack to get on the hill first. One step closer to that shootout and still get that win for Japan. I mean, perfect rack.
Yeah.
Could not have played any better. The save was great. And after he just, he ran out perfectly.
Got through the rack in about 2 minutes. Yeah. Adjusted on the fly. Made a couple good shots, but never looked to be in big trouble. Indonesia starting to feel the pressure from Japan here. They're just waiting for their next chance, though, knowing that they're only one game away from the hill themselves.
Well, they are for sure giving. Well, they're having a big run. I mean, to be 2-0 up against Japan, and still they can still go to a shootout and clinch the win.
Yeah.
So, great effort so far from Indonesia.
Big snap there, leg kick right in the air.
Everything got so close. I think I've seen 3 or 4 balls getting close and just barely not make it.
Rack's runnable. Be nice if the natural angle plays past the 6 here. At the baby the ball. He's probably actually going to go to the corner pocket over by the 3.
Looks like he's going the other way.
Yeah.
Just think this shot is a little bit more difficult. Ooh, just barely made it. It's not done yet. Speed sensitive shot here on the 2, going 2 rails. If you catch it a little thinner, cue ball might go close to the 6. A little bit too thick, you would end up too short. Yeah, played it right in between.
Good shot.
Smart play. Five to the 6. Could be a little tricky, depending on how you get on the 4, of course.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to get on the 4 straight enough to draw straight back for the 5 in the right side pocket. But he will have options even if the cue ball is going to the left here.
So he's got a little short on the 4. I might run into the 7. It's guaranteed to have something on the 5 after. You might push the 7 just right so you don't have to move a lot with the 6.
Natural angle might work here too. Just come across 1 rail. Good shot.
Oh.
Got straight enough.
I thought that 8 was close to bumping, but wasn't even close. Don't think he's got straight enough. Might have to just float it in and take more cuts on the 6.
Yeah. He'll be coming back for the 7 in the side if that happens. So looking like hill here. I like the way Si Humbing plays. I think he has potential to be one of the contenders.
Nice shot. Perfect speed. Could not have done that any better. Small draw on the 7. They look really calm in the chair.
It's kind of odd to me that they're talking while he's shooting, but it's almost like I feel like they would have discussed that beforehand, you know? It's like, let's just go in with a carefree attitude.
Or that's maybe the culture in their country. You
That
know,
could
like
be
in
part
the
of
pool
it
room
too.
or something. Maybe it's a
Sure.
very regular thing.
Right.
I'm a little bit surprised he played it this way. I thought draw would be guaranteeing him an angle for sure to drop down for the 10.
I like the draw there, moving the cue ball less.
He might have to settle for a little longer 10 ball. 50-yard line. To go hill. Si Hombing. No
Good
movement
shot.
at all.
No.
A nice run out of Nayuki's dry break. And he'll be breaking.
Yeah, Japan 1 game from elimination here. They'll finish out their 3rd match, but pretty much be mathematically eliminated from the tournament if they lose this one. Have a men's final 32 singles match coming up at 8 o'clock Atlantic.
Yeah, right after this.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
And then the winner of that match is for sure playing at 10 p.m. also tonight. So don't leave us after this match. There's so much more to come.
He joining the crowd here, knowing this one's near the end. Austria won their first 2 matches in the teams.
Okay, there we go. 3 each. Just 1 rack. Is Indonesia gonna get their first win in this World Team Championship? Or are we gonna go to a shootout? That's the big question. Philly's trying to make the one on the side. That's what he was lining up for. 1 got kissed, 2 go straight in the corner, and no shot on the 1. Quite unfortunate. It was gonna be looking very good until that 6 ball came.
Well, look at this aggressive play here. Gonna bet the game on this jump, and I can't even look.
I am quite surprised. Is he really gonna jump this? Could be the shot of the week. Could also be maybe one of the biggest mistakes this week.
Nice try.
Oh, very close. How is he ending up?
Left it. He's gonna have to play the cue ball off the 4 and into the 8 to slow it down. He'll see that. Gotta hit certain parts of the 4 to make sure that happens.
You kind of have to go here too. You know, if you feel a little bit insecure, start to play safe. You might regret it later. Yeah, it took a little bit more risk, but his team clapping felt that was a little bit more tricky than it might have looked for us.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
And if the 3 ball goes to the right corner, he's guaranteed to have the 4 on the side and can go almost anywhere he wants to for the 5. I almost would feel this is key shot.
Yep.
Oh, and he's missed a 3. He has missed a 3. Did he leave that 3 on?
It's close. He did. He's looking at the pocketing angle here, making sure how much room he has past the 6. He can definitely get through to it, though. Look at this. It's actually he doesn't have the full pocket. At the speed he's going to hit it at, though, he can use the short rail a little bit.
He's got a very long bridge here.
Good
Oh,
shot.
it does go.
Does the 5 pass the 7 in the bottom right? Not full pocket.
It might slide in, but then he will still need to get off the rail or do something to get a little bit more comfortable with the 6.
I think if he goes corner here, he actually has a drawing angle where he can play the 5 in the side.
I think he can draw this.
Going the wrong way a little bit, but he'll use some left to get down table more. This is the chance for Siham Bing here. What a performance this has been from Indonesia.
And Oi will be kicking himself. Missed it on the wrong side as well, catching it too thick. And probably because he was trying to hold the cue ball.
Yeah. Just waiting for another shot here.
He's got absolutely perfect on the 7.
Yeah.
With just draw, he's going to naturally end up next to the 10. Natural angle to go to the 9. It's just how is he handling the nerves? This is such a big point. And here is Oi. He's feeling, well, he's looking hurt.
Yeah. It just shocked, really. And
Oh, he's missed the 7.
here comes the pressure.
Wow. I cannot believe what's going on.
I can't either.
He was playing so well.
I know. That's the pressure of the World Team Championship. She's trying to lighten them up there.
Boy, did he get close enough to the 8? Just okay. Like, he's not most comfortable shot, but just okay to play a wing shot, low right, going to the rail and come back out.
Yeah, he's pepping around now. He knows he's got it.
Wow, we're going to go to a shootout if he makes those 2 balls. I cannot believe that just happened.
Comeback complete for Japan. Going into the shootout now.
Perfect on the 10. He's not going to miss this.
He's good.
The score is 2 each. We go to a shootout.
Big excitement here.
And it's such a big point for Japan. If they had lost this match, they would be out of the tournament. They would not be able to advance anymore to the quarterfinals. 2 each. Shootout time.
Oi almost sitting there in disbelief, but he's ready to go. Each player will rotate shots in the shootout. Same rules as the Predator Billiard series, just involving 3 players.
I also believe they can pick the order themselves.
Okay.
So that means, yeah, I mean, there is always different strategies in this as well. Like, do you want maybe the girl to start? Or would you rather have, like in soccer penalties, they start with the strongest players first.
They do. I don't
Go
follow.
all the way down to like the goalkeeper and stuff. Would you choose the same strategy, or would you go for keeping the best at last because you can consider the sudden death as well?
I would personally. I would go with the strongest first. What do you think?
Or just maybe mix it. Maybe grab one of the 2 men, the female in the middle.
That could work as well.
And then it's going to be a man as the... No, it's going to be the female as the first sudden death, and that's going to be maybe risky.
You would want to think who's going to shoot the first sudden death.
Yeah.
That's part of it, yeah.
Small details, so it's going to be 4 shots each. Alternating sides. If we tie scores after 4 shots, we go to sudden death. The box will be shrinking, and The pressure will be higher. Big breath from Hijikata. Shooting his first shot for Japan. Oh, forgot the shot clock.
No way.
You cannot believe
That's
he
a
completely forgot
mental
that.
lapse there. Oh dear.
Cannot believe that just happened. For the viewers at home, the shot clock is still active here. He took all the time in the world.
He hasn't played in a lot of pro billiard series shootouts. It's possible it's his first one. So things like that can happen.
Very Friadi.
Nice shot there.
Yeah, good execution. Puts a lot of pressure on Japan starting.
Advantage Indonesia now.
Oh wow. Can you? I don't know what's happening here in this arena. Back and forth.
This match has definitely had a bit of everything here.
Yeah, he'll be kicking himself. Probably praying for a chance to redeem himself while Noiki Oi makes his shot. Yeah, doesn't want to be too happy. He knows they are actually in a bad spot from here.
Yeah, I mean, the pressure's still big. You can't just write Indonesia off as making all four, but yeah, they are stuck one shot.
Juan Si Hombing. He shoots. And oh, rattled a little bit.
Yeah,
It goes in.
Caught it a little thick, almost lost the cue ball straight in. Nice shot though.
Hey, it counts, and it for sure is gonna put some pressure. Yuki Hiraguchi. Quite some pressure on her here. Yeah, there he goes. This was a big shot for Japan as well.
Again, getting down to the end of the shot clock there, but was prepared properly enough. Didn't let it affect her. It's a good shot.
So now Sylviana Liu. She's gonna put the third on the board for Indonesia. Japan missed one. Indonesia made all of them so far. Are they gonna get the third? Oh, she's missed it.
That's the break Japan needed.
Now they're back even. Both have missed one. Just one more shot left. Very important for Hijikata to make this.
Yeah, here he comes again, and don't worry, he'll be aware of how quickly he needs to shoot this one.
Just hoping it doesn't throw him off now because he made a mistake.
That's part of it too, yeah.
Big shot. Yeah, he makes his, so all the pressure is gonna be back on Team Indonesia here. And it's going to be Ferry Citriati. Has to make this. If he doesn't make this,
Japan
lose
gets the win.
match, yeah. Would be heartbreaking for Indonesia being up 2-0 in set points.
And having a real good look at the winning game in the last set. Delivers right in the heart.
Very good technique as well, barely moved.
Yeah.
So we're going sudden death. That means the kitchen is gonna shrink, going back one more diamond. The box is smaller, and the stakes are high.
And Indonesia, I mean, you know, you're always going to make a couple mistakes here and there, but overall, they've held up under the pressure very well.
Yeah, so now it's Naoki Oi, a player with a pretty high record in the shootouts. I think once he ran 10 or 11 in a row in Arizona in the Pro Billiard Series event.
Yeah,
against Jesus Atencio.
Yeah, I think he went to round 14 there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
14, 13 indeed. So he
And there's the
nice little swing there. Puts so much pressure on your opponent too. You know, he's happy.
yeah.
I mean, he fulfilled his duty at least.
It's the classic Oi charisma there. Big spot here for Si Humbing.
Has to make this.
Got it.
Yeah, nice execution as well.
What a battle we have going here.
I like how they both teams are getting charismatic as well. They start to give their own little dance to it.
Yeah, it's positive attitudes going on here.
Yuki Hiraguchi, big shot for her.
Both women will have a go at it now. It's there.
Oh, very smooth.
Yeah, it was. Stayed right down through the hit. Prepared herself well. Again, got into where the shot clock was going off, but didn't let it affect her.
You can feel the pressure. The tension is in the arena. Both sides, you can feel it.
Yeah, lots of people watching here. Hopes of the country behind these players. Oh, he wants it. He can't watch.
Yeah, he wants to stay alive in the tournament.
Yeah.
So does Indonesia. Sofiana Liu. Oh, and she's missed it.
What a great match we had here. Awesome effort by both teams.
Yeah, so Team Japan beats Team Indonesia 3-2 and gives themselves another shot to get through the quarterfinals. This was Eric Hoylefsen and Tim de Ruyter. And just stay tuned because we're gonna have a match starting as soon as possible in the last 32 of the men's Medalla Puerto Rico Open. We'll see you soon, guys.